Hello and welcome to the 2021 Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival Valley Form Edition, as I'm joined by the Valley's racing analyst Ben Caluzzi. Welcome, Benny. And of course, the resident rain man, Tommy Hackett from Ladbrokes. Tommy, welcome. It's a great time of year, isn't it?
It's the best kind of time of year out. My favourite week of the year, the two-day Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival, is just packed full of excitement. The only thing would be better if we could be there on track, but we're still going to be in for two just brilliant days of racing.
Absolutely. Of course, it all kicks off tomorrow night for the Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival. Of course, the early start time of 5:15 for race one. And of course, the feature, the Group 1 Ladbrokes Manikato Stakes at 8:15 p.m. Let's get stuck into that. Benny, how have you dissected this race?
Yeah, for the Manikato, I've gone with the progressive sprinter Lombardo. He's won 3 races in a row and his best performance came here at the Valley 2 starts back. He does need to take the step up to weight for age racing, but I think he can do it. The other runner I'm keen to have a look at is Jonker from the Tony Gollan Yard. I think he'll be suited by the Valley and he looks the likely leader.
Well, Lombardo absolutely flying at the moment, so I think there's going to be a lot of punters on your side there. Tommy, who have you gone in the Ladbrokes Manikato Stakes?
Al, I think this is a very open edition of the Ladbrokes Manikato Stakes. So I found a couple of runners here at big odds I think can be in the finish. First horse I want to touch on is Swat's That. Now, she's going to need luck from barrier 12 with Damien Oliver in the saddle as she was caught wide in the Moya Stakes. I still think there was a fair bit of merit in that performance, though. She tracked on along nicely, and this race shouldn't have that same amount of early pressure. So I think Swatstat's a genuine Group 1 horse. She was third in a Black Caviar Lightning Stakes. She's gone close into Coolmore Stud Stakes. I just think she's the class in this field, so I think she'll be in the mix. Another horse I think can bounce back from a flat last start if it is a away game. Currently getting $31 with Ladbrokes, so I think it's well and truly over the odds. She was terrible in the Gilgai Stakes, but I think you can forget she went around, and her form before that had been exceptional. She won the Healy Stakes in Brisbane during the Brisbane Winter Racing Carnival. I like Linda Meach in the saddle. I think she can ride a away game aggressively here, and at $31, I think you've got to have something on each way.
Some brilliant value there, Tommy. So we're looking to build our bank on Friday night, and just 16 hours later, we're back at the Valley for, of course, the time-honoured Ladbrokes Cox Plate Day. The big race, the Group 1 Ladbrokes Cox Plate, 5:10. Don't miss it wherever you are around Australia. Benny, a field of 10, 8 Group 1 winners in there. It's a fascinating race. Which way have you gone?
Yeah, I have gone for one of those Group 1 winners and I'm going to go for Zaki, the favourite. I think he can bounce back. He was a bit disappointing last time out, but he had a firm track there and the tempo was against him. At the Valley on Saturday, he's drawn 6. I think J-Mac can control the tempo, take off at the 400 metre mark, and he should be suited by a softer track at the Valley.
It's going to be fascinating, Zaki. Yes, I wouldn't be jumping off just yet. Tommy, before we get your tip, the speed map, how do you think it's going to play out? There's no real natural leader in this year's race.
No natural leader here, Al. So I think it's going to be a pretty interesting tactical affair. So Callsign Mav has got early speed. I think it'll go forward. And I think the draw is perfect for Zaki and James McDonald. I think he'll be happy just to sit outside that speed and then he can sort of control the race from there, James McDonald. I think he'll be keen to sort of get Zaki up and running a long way from home. The X factor is the 3-year-old. So it looks as though Animo is going to go back. I think they'll be looking to replicate Craig Williams' ride on Castelvecchio in the 2019 at Ladbrokes Cox Plate, where sort of was happy to sit wide, but then got up and running a long way from home and sort of caught them napping a little bit, hit the front at the top of the straight, and it took a good horse in the form of Liz Grosso to run him down. Captivant, they've indicated they might ride him a bit aggressively from barrier 1 as well. We know Dean Yendall is an aggressive rider as well. So it wouldn't shock me if it ends up being a bit more high pressure than it looks as though it will be on paper.
Some great insights there from you, Tommy. Now, mate, the all-important tip, who are you with?
I've got the 3-year-old on top. I'm with Animo. Red Anchor, the last horse to do the Caulfield Guineas Ladbrokes Cox Plate double. I think Animo can replicate that on Saturday. We saw as a 2-year-old, looked like a star in the making. That win in the Size Produce Stakes in Sydney was just outstanding, and he's been able to replicate that form as a 3-year-old. I think it was an arrogant win in the Caulfield Guineas, and it was a win that was scary for rivals because it was a win that suggests he might still have some improvement. So obviously the 2,040 metres of the Cox Plate is an unknown, but he gives me the impression he'll run the trip out strongly, and I think Craig Williams, as I said earlier, can sort of ride him like he rode Castelvecchio in 2019, take advantage of that that lightweight and see if he can sort of catch some napping coming into the straight. So I've got the 3-year-old on top. I think Captivant, the other 3-year-old, can run well as well. I like the fact they've drawn barrier 1. They're going to be a bit more aggressive. He looks as though he's crying out for 2,040 meters. So at $19, he's over the odds. And another 2 for your exotics. I think Maunga has been underrated. It's been overshadowed by the stablemate, but it's flying. No horse has got closer to incentivize his prep than he did in the Maccabi Diva Stakes. And at a big price, I think Dallasan can run a sneaky race at $67 with Ladbrokes. He was 3rd in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes in the autumn. I just think he's a much better chance than his odds suggest.
Thanks, gents, for your tips in the 2 features. As you can see, we've got the Group 1 Manikato Stakes trophy here, and of course the time-honoured Ladbrokes Cox Plate trophy. Someone's going to be very happy with these in their hands. Let's get your quaddies up here now on the screen, and we'll see here your quaddies for Friday night into Saturday. We give punters all the best to try and get those, and hopefully it's a nice hefty collect. All right, now for your best bet over the 2 days. We want the banker. We want to build our bank for the 2 days. Benny, who do you like over the Carnival?
Yeah, my best bet for the Carnival comes up tomorrow night. It's going to be thought of that in race 2, the MSC Signs Handicap. His last 2 wins have really demonstrated that he's back to his 2019 form. I think he's going to go straight to the front with Linda Meacher board, and I'm happy to take the $2.20.
Yes, could be a nice little collect there for punters. Tommy, your best bet over the 2 days?
Al, I found a little bit of value in the feature races, but I'm going with a shorty for my best bet. Forgot You in the Drummond Golf Bars. Does look like the best bet of the entire Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival. It's already had 2 wins at the Valley. It flashed home late to win the Stud Stakes there on Moya Stakes night, and its run in the Caulfield Guineas was outstanding. It ran some of the fastest closing sectionals in the race, and it looks as though 2,040 meters is ideal. So it's the class horse in this field. I think it'll win on Saturday and be very tough to beat in the speed in the Victoria Derby, and we might even see it in a Melbourne Cup as well.
Thanks, gents, for your insights over the 2-day Carnival. It's going to be an unmissable 24 hours of sport here at the Valley. From wherever you're watching across Australia and the world, please enjoy and good luck on the punt.